Okay, hello everybody. Today we have the pleasure of being here with Leo Manuel, uh, the owner of the Pitaya group on Yahoo, and we're here at his house in San Diego, California, and we're actually have him sitting next to a mango tree. One of his favorite fruits, aside from dragon fruit, are mangoes. And we won't take up too much of your time, Leo, but we just wanted to get some documentation for whoever may be viewing this. And let's start just by asking you, how did you originally get into, for example, the California rare fruit growers?
Well, Paul Thomson used to publish them with a mimeograph machine in his basement, and I would have gone to his house and met him there and got acquainted. And in fact, I have all of the copies from the very beginning. Some of them are run on mimeograph machine. Um, yeah, I started. We moved here right after, well, just before President Kennedy was assassinated.
All right, Leo, so how did you get involved in dragon fruit?
Well, Paul Thomson had been growing them for a while, and I got interested. I liked one of everything, just about, you can see around the yard. Um, and he was generous, gave me cuttings, and then a few years later, he told me he was interested in rewriting a book that he had an earlier edition to this one, the one that I printed. And so I would drive out to his house over a period of a year or more, and he'd dictate and edit and go back and redo it. He was quite a taskmaster. It had to be done exactly right. uh, did it on Microsoft Word if anybody's interested. But it being the book of Paul Thomson.
Excellent. That's one of the reasons why, I wanted to take time and come and meet you because you're a great influence in the dragon fruit community. You aside from running the Yahoo group, you have so much inside knowledge because you knew Paul, and you guys were pretty much the first people who started this whole explosion of dragon fruit here in California. And what I would like to ask you now is, since we have no greater link than you on to get information on how Paul was, could you tell us in general what kind of person Paul was?
He, Paul was, I admired and respected him greatly, but he could be pretty outspoken if he didn't agree with what you were doing or your views on something. He would let you know. Um, but he was a great, extremely knowledgeable walking encyclopedia of fruit of all kinds.
Wow. And we got a tour of your beautiful yard here. Could you tell us about some of your own contributions to the world of dragon fruit? Maybe some of your own crosses.
Well, the initial ones were insignificant. Another thing that I found of interest to do, but didn't find it worthwhile, was to graft uh, one plant onto another of the pitayas. Uh, I found it wasn't hard to do, but there was no particular value to it that I could see, so I didn't continue with it. I've still got one. The crosses, I've crossed Paul Thomson's 7S or S7 with Neon, which is a recent thing. As an aside, I'll give you guys a plant of it if you want. I've got some seedlings.
Thank you.
It hasn't produced yet, so I don't know how it's going to be. The one we tasted a while ago was Selenicereus Megalanthus crossed with Hylocereus Costaricensis. And unlike the yellow Pitaya, it has no spines on the fruit, which is a great asset. The fruit is quite large, relatively. It's over a pound, about a pound and a quarter.
And we were lucky enough to actually get a taste of it, and we're actually gonna edit some of this footage into the final video. And the fruit was good, and it was sweet and of good size. And like you said, the main benefit towards a plain yellow dragon fruit, like you just mentioned, is that it's spineless.
And very colorful.
Very colorful indeed. Wow. You know, just being here, and you know, you're very modest, I'll tell you that. But you should definitely try to No, you are very modest, but you hold lots of knowledge that that's one of the reasons why I wanted to just have time and have people get to know you. This is my first time meeting you. You know, like I said, you're. It's just so important to get these things documented, because if we look at what happened in the past, you know, with some of Paul Thomson's seedlings that unfortunately weren't named, you know, the whole story about them going from one place to another.
Yeah.
Maybe you can tell us how important it is to label, in your opinion. But
Well, for a lot of reasons. One is so that if you pass a cutting along, that the person you're giving it to knows exactly what it is, the name that it originated, as well as whatever you called it.
excellent.
By the way, I have not only the Pitaya group that I started, but in '96 I started a newsletter of just fruit in general, Rare Fruit News Online.
Wow. And I see, well, obviously we see here in the video that you're next to a mango. Can you tell us more about your experience also with mangoes? I hear it's one of your favorite fruits, or your favorite fruit actually.
Exactly. What's there to say? I've been very fortunate with it. They've produced very well this year. I've been giving them away because there's so many of them.
What we're seeing here is actually one of your own seedlings, is that correct?
Yes, this is a seedling, hybrid, not a hybrid, but it's a seedling of kit.
How many mango trees do you have?
I don't know.
More than 20?
Yes, I think so.
And they're all in the ground, right?
Yes. Well, I've got some that are not in the ground, but besides that.
All right, so now in front of us we have Leo with his book that Paul Thomson wrote. Leo, can you tell us more about this book, and where can we go about getting it?
Well, if you have my web page, which is rarefruit.com, rarefruit is one word, rarefruit.com. My name on there, if you click on it, it will send me an email, and I can send you information for it. At my home, I barely pay the cost of it for $20. It's postage if you have it mailed.
So it's an excellent buy at the $20 mark, filled with information on just in general on dragon fruit and how it got started here, the dragon fruit explosion in California. All right, and now can you tell us a little bit about that dragon fruit that you have in your hand there?
Well, this is a hybrid of the yellow Selenicereus Megalanthus crossed with Hylocereus Costaricensis.
Your very own seedling variety.
I have my own cross, yes.
Excellent.
I grew these starting in 2005.
Wow. And why haven't we heard about it that much, Leo? That's where you got to start telling us about all the creations we might not know about, that you might have lurking here in your yard. Gold that eventually more people can discover one day. Honestly, the fruit tasted excellent. thank you for giving us the opportunity to come visit you. For anyone who may be viewing this, I'm sure that they found that it was interesting for the California rare fruit growers along with the dragon fruit community. Thanks for having us, Leo. We really appreciate it. And I'm glad, well, I myself finally got a chance to meet you. Thanks for everything you do. Thanks for running the group. And any last comment you want to add for us?
Not that I can think of.
All right, Leo. Thank you so much.